Good morning and welcome to our 10 minutes at 10. Today we're going to talk you through payment services and why payment services in Xero are so important for helping you get paid faster by your client. So this came about from a couple of conversations I've had on Skype and in various chat groups this week about people who are wanting to get paid by their customers and find different ways of doing it. So should they use PayPal? Should they use Go Cardless? Should they use Stripe? And the answer is often all of the above. And of course, the bank transfer, which doesn't have any fees at all. So how do we link payment services to Xero and how do we get that set up and working? So I'm just going to swap my screen over. And there we go. And I'm going to take this little banner off. Right. So payment services. Why do we need to worry about payment services?
So, first things first, we all want to get paid faster, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, one of the best ways to do this is to make use of system functionality such as payment services in Xero. And basically, we can give the customers multiple options to pay us. Basically, the more options they have, the more likely they are to be able to find a way to pay.
Make it easy. Need to make it easy, don't we?
And it's a huge time saver doing it this way. It's basically a one-click function. Well, okay, a couple of clicks from their end, so it's nice and straightforward. And can't complain about that, really. And they can do this simply by opening up the invoice. So when you actually send the invoice, if you've got payment services set up, there'll be a little tick box where they can say, pay now, and then they can choose their payment option.
Yeah, so here's one we made earlier where we've invoiced or we've issued an invoice from Xero and you've got this pay now option. So you don't have to worry about chasing it. You don't have to worry about, sending separate payment links. You can send an invoice and click on the button to pay now, which takes you to an option of pay now in this sort of invoice overview. And it gives you the options. I mean, this is demo company, so this PayPal link is a dummy, but this might give you the option to pay by card or by PayPal or by, debit, credit card, whatever. So super helpful and super quick and efficient.
Then there's no need to actually issue the reminder. Basically, because they have the option to pay now, rather than them actually getting the PDF and just thinking, oh yeah, I'll pay that later. Chances are they forget. If they deal with it there and then, less likely to forget. And 9 times out of 10, actually, as long as they're happy with the invoice and they have no queries on it, they're likely to pay it. Well, set up the payment for now. And if you have a direct debit mandate set up with them, it basically just says, yep, I'm good for you to collect this on direct debit mandate as well. So I have seen that functionality set up, and that's really handy.
Yeah, no, I think the beauty of setting things up this way is if your client is particularly happy with what you've done, that feeling of happiness and that feeling of satisfaction after you delivered the product or service is quite high in front of mind when they receive that invoice, so they're more likely to pay you on time and pay you as you put the invoice out. If they get to the end of the week and perhaps they've received an invoice reminder from you, they can go back and look for your invoice and make that payment using your pay now function. It just helps you get paid a little bit faster. So it is really worthwhile setting that up. And we find that the clients who have this in place do collect cash much faster than those who don't.
Yeah, that's definitely a proven fact.
It's also really handy if you're sending things like online courses or consultancy or an ad hoc and you want to get paid up front. You can send your invoice out, send it to your customer and then say to them, right, okay, that's great. As soon as this is paid, we can make a start. And that gives them the option. The ball is then in their court. And depending on how much they want your service and how quickly they want it, that will also drive the speed of payment. So make it super easy for them to make that payment to you. So that's really the key. PayPal is probably the most expensive of these tools, but it's really handy and most people have a PayPal account. Certainly most small business owners seem to have one. So make it as easy as possible as you can for your customer to pay you.
And then, most importantly, we do see this with other systems when a supplier, say, issues us requests payment, they might not necessarily issue a VAT invoice when you actually raise the payment. So you just get a payment receipt, which
Yeah.
is not very helpful when you're a VAT registered business trying to recover the VAT on the invoice. In this instance, they have the invoice already, and they can actually confirm the payment there and then. So there's no chasing for the VAT invoice, which quite frankly is not an efficient use of your time anyway.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's one
absolutely
thing I will say.
eliminates the whole issue with credit control then,
So
doesn't it?
not only
Which
is it easier
really
for
helps.
you, it's easier for the customer and it's easier for you. So
Yeah.
it's
So
really
why would you
win-win.
not?
Yeah.
Why would you not? So let's have a quick look at Xero and how do we do that? So if you go into your Xero account and click on the link by your name, go to settings and then look for payment services. And in payment services, you can see that this is a fake PayPal account. But what this does demonstrate to you is that you can have different PayPal accounts for different brands of invoice. So say, for example, you had a coaching platform and maybe you had online courses. Perhaps you want to collect those two different funds into different bank accounts or into different PayPal accounts. If you wanted to do that, and some people do, then you do have the option to set up multiple PayPal options or multiple bank account options and link them to different brands. Now, let's just run down another couple here. Credit cards powered by Stripe. This is a function in Xero. So let me try and right click on that. No, it doesn't want to do it. And you can get started. It tells you all you need to know about setting up your card payment. So it couldn't be easier to set up a Stripe account if you don't already have one, or link to a Stripe account if you do already have one. And here you can see the fees. These will be up to date based on the time at which you set up your Stripe account. And then you can see how much it's going to cost you to receive your payments by credit card. Now, there is a fee attached, of course, but you have to think about that fee and weigh it up. Is it cheaper to pay the fee to allow people to pay you by debit or credit card, or is it cheaper for you to manually chase them and run credit control? So BACS payments come with no cost, but they do cost you in terms of the time and the effort to chase them.
Yeah,
so,
and timing delays as well.
Yeah, it's
so
a no-brainer, really, isn't
there's
it?
a cost to everything. It just might not be a physical cost because you don't see
Yeah.
it. But the reality of the situation is it's worth paying just a little bit of a fee
I
to
think
get the
so,
cash in
yeah.
faster. And especially if you're working with stock as well, absolute no-brainer. Because otherwise you're just increasing your risk to cash flow, basically.
Yeah. Now, you will see on Stripe payments that it takes about 7 days for that cash to clear. But if you've ever dealt with companies that have paid by PayPal, PayPal cash tends to come in a little bit faster. But some of the problems with PayPal is if you get big chunks of cash coming in, PayPal sit on those because there are sort of money laundering issues and questions and such like. You don't have that same kind of problem with Stripe. If you've made the sale and it comes into your bank account, then it comes in about 7 days later. So you don't get the sitting and waiting risk that you might have with PayPal. That said, PayPal is still super popular. So if you do have a PayPal account, then add it, link it to your document, to your invoices, and allow people to pay using their PayPal account if that's their preference. Now, we took off, or some of our clients have taken off the PayPal option because it is more expensive and they only give credit card or direct debit or BACS options, and that's also okay. Do what works for you. Now, the last one that I would strongly recommend that you set up, if you have any kind of repeat purchase process, any customers that come back to you more than once, think about setting up direct debits. Direct debits are the quickest, fastest, and one of the cheapest ways to get your cash collected. And super safe from your customer's perspective. Everybody understands and seems to know what the direct debit guarantee is. So it gives your customers an added level of confidence that you are a legitimate business, you are running things in a legitimate way, and their payment to you is not at risk. So think about setting up a direct debit system for your customers, even if they don't necessarily buy from you on a monthly basis or a weekly basis. That doesn't matter. If they buy from you more than once, direct debit is probably the cheapest and most efficient way of getting the cash to you without having to worry about chasing them for BACS payments.
Yeah. And the good thing about this all is if one client decides actually they don't want to set up a direct debit, at least they've got the other options available.
Yeah,
Obviously, that would be our
absolutely.
preferred choice because it's the guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed. It's quicker. But then, at least if they've got more than one option, they can choose the one that applies to them best and the one that they're most comfortable with.
Yeah. And this is the most efficient, I think. So you raise your invoice in Xero, link it to your direct debit through Go Cardless for Xero. It used to be called Directly, but then Go Cardless bought this Xero integrated function. And the way it works is that, let me see if they've got a quick demo down here. They used to have a little diagram. And they don't anymore. So the way it works is that you raise your invoice in Xero. Your invoice is then triggers the direct debit on the due date. So if your due date is 7 days, 14 days, or 21, it's irrelevant what the invoice date is. It's the due date that generates the direct debit. And then on the day that the invoice is due, that cash is collected from your customer's account, and 3 days later, 3 business days later, it comes into your account. So the customer gets 3 days notice before the invoice is due to let them know that a direct debit is coming. Go Cardless collects that cash from your customer. You don't need to worry about it. Go Cardless puts that cash into your bank account, so you don't need to worry about it. And Go Cardless for Xero then marks that invoice as paid in your system, so you don't have to worry about that either. It's come off your aged receivables. So this is probably the most effective and efficient way of managing your payments from clients if you can get them to sign up for a direct debit. So some people do have a little bit of reluctance about it, but it is really efficient if you can get that done. So I would go and look at those payment services and see which of those might be relative to your business if you don't have them set up already. So,
and it's also really handy because you can set this up and apply them to the invoices. When you're issuing the actual invoices out, basically what you'll know is whether or not someone's actually paid or not as well. Because obviously your age receivables like Go Cardless will be updated automatically. So you can identify anyone who fails in a payment or anyone who's actually still due because you're leading it all from Xero. You're leading it all from actual invoices.
And that's quite a good point. If a payment fails through Go Cardless, for example, or it's clawed back through Stripe, if there are issues with the payment, you do get an email to tell you that there has been an issue. So you can then go and talk to that customer and do something about it.
And that's a really valuable one because
absolutely.
that way you keep the cash which your customer has just paid you. So really important to identify
Yes.
those.
So payment services, go and look at them, set them up if you need to, and make sure you get paid faster from your clients. That's all from us today. We'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Take care. Bye.